Looking to improve your fitness business while keeping your bottom line in good shape? Let the Gym Administrator help you achieve those goals. With their powerful team of fitness industry professionals at the ready, the Gym Administrator covers a wide range of industry-related products and services that will help you build your business and increase profits. The Gym Administrator works with reliable industry suppliers and vendors that place a heavy emphasis on service, just the way you remember it. Give them a call at 914-494-1066 or visit them on the web at thegymadministrator.com as well as all social media platforms. The Gym Administrator, all your fitness needs under one roof. Scan the barcode at the bottom of the screen to get started today.
The Monty and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite four-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
Man, the memories and the names. You wrestled Superstar Billy Garaham at Madison Square Garden.
No, I didn't. I wrestled him in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia Spectrum.
Yeah.
How was that, and what was that crowd like?
Oh, the crowd was fantastic. It was the biggest crowd. I think they got completely sold out. But Bruno and Crane Patera on the same card, so I got to give them some kudos. Probably a lot more. And I thought, I was driving down from Connecticut, and it was a beautiful day. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I said, boy, there's not going to be anybody at the Spectrum. Because Philadelphia being so close to Wildwood and Atlantic City,
right.
I said everybody's going to be at the beach. And anyway, at a signing a couple of years back, there was a guy, he said, boy, I seen you and Billy Graham at the Philadelphia Spectrum. You guys were serious. I said, yeah. He said, boy, that was a close match. You guys were close. So, here's the story, giving away secrets. We locked up, and Billy pushed me back a little bit, and I pushed him, back a little bit. He said, you got any ideas? I said, well, let's see what happens here. So he pushed me back 1, 2, 3 paces. I went down on one knee, and I'm waiting, I hear the people coming, So then I got up and I started pushing them. They went nuts.
So you guys don't talk about the match at all. You're going in this match cold.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I, Jack, going back to Jack Briscoe, he was telling me, you got to tell a story. And I had Iron Mike Sharp. We were in some little town, I think over by Asbury Park area, somewhere there. And Mike, I love working with Mike because he was go. So he put me in a headlock, right? And I got the headlock, and I thought to myself, Jack Briscoe, you tell a story. So Mike's a little bit bigger than me. So I start powering out of it, and I'm going up, and I get up, and usually the heel would grab my hair. So I'm up. I said, Mike, bring me down, but don't pull my hair. And he pulled me, so he out-muscled me, And then I'd try and throw him off, and he'd hold on, And then I tried the muscle thing again, and it didn't work. And then I'd try and throw him off, and, and he still had me. So then, and then he'd take me over. So now I'm on the ground, So we're, extending this headlock story. And then I tried to muscle him again the third time. I said, all right, Mike, grab my hair, and he grabbed my hair, put me back, and I pushed him into the ropes, and I threw him off, and he gave me a tackle. I dropped down, leapfrogged him, hip tossed him, and drop kicked him, and he went out through the rope. The crowd went absolutely nuts.
Tony, first of all, we could do this for hours because you just forget about it. But I want to get back to Superstar Billy Graham, but then I have to ask you a question with the Mike Graham thing. Why do you think today's wrestling audience doesn't respect that kind of slow-down wrestling you used to do back in the day?
Well, I think the audience has been programmed, by the television and what they see on the TV. And of course, it's a whole new generation, and a lot of guys, from our generation, they don't watch it anymore. I have a hard job watching it because I see so much time is wasted doing stuff that isn't necessary. And I told Vince, when I left, I said, the guys don't sell anymore. What a waste. You picked up, I remember John Studd picked up and slammed me in the Carolinas on television. And I was close to the ropes, and I rolled out, and I sold the hell out of my back. I convinced everybody.
Well, of course, which you should,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah, and you don't have to do anything. Like, less is more.
Yeah.
A lot of times. And I think that's the reason, people have been educated. Well, and if I can say the wrong way, I would like to see some matches, old time matches. It might be slow, it might be a little boring, but in the beginning, but then you would get with it.
My partner's not here, but I can tell you, we both always felt like whatever happened to the double count out, the disqualification.
Yeah.
You never get that anymore. It was always incredible. I will talk about it because you were an agent, and I have to understand how you even dealt with it at some points. But I want to go back to Graham.
Yeah.
Graham is the champion, and again, I'm a fan, so please don't. If you think I'm stupid, just don't say it on air because I don't know, but I'm assuming from what I think I know.
Yeah.
If the champion is drawing money and you're on the undercard, you're going to make more money, right? You're getting paid on the house.
Yeah.
Graham beats San Martino. We know the story. And then Vince Sr. has this agreement where Backlund's going to become champion. Now, I love Bob Backlund. I grew up with Bob Backlund. At the time, I hated him, but now I love him. Was it a mistake taking the belt off of Graham? And I'll ask you this, as a wrestler and looking at your wallet, was it a mistake taking the belt off of Graham and giving it to Backlund? And then the other question is, now as an older statesman, was it a mistake taking the belt off of Graham and putting it on Backlund?
Yeah, I feel it was. I think he was. Graham was hot, he was drawing money, and I think they could have kept it on him for another couple of years. I'm not a big fan of change it. Oh, we got to switch. You got to switch here. Well, he's not drawing, so we got to switch the belt. But they'd programmed. This was Vince's program, to give it to Backlund, a clean-cut All-American boy. Because before that, they had ethnic champions, Morales and San Martino.
Sure.
And they done very well. But, I would have liked to see Billy, keep it a little bit longer.
So here's the harder question for you then. Backlund becomes champion. And again, growing up as a kid, I used to go to the Garden all the time. I remember it always being packed. With the wrestlers we've had in here, I'll just use Kevin Sullivan because he was the strongest about it. He said that Backlund could not carry the belt. They had to fill the card where they didn't have to do that with San Martino or Graham.
Yeah.
Was Backlund a draw or was he not a draw?
He was a draw. I found out, there were a lot of people that liked his style, and they, pay to go see him. But they did, stack the card, to be sure, like they brought Mil Mascaras in. He was in, quite often. And, he'd get a good payday, but I'd be on the card, and I just get the regular payday.
Did your pay ever change? Did your pay change when Graham was the champion and Backlund became the champion, or your pay always remained the same?
It pretty much remained the same because Vince Sr., I believe, that there was he'd make you X amount of dollars a week, like you were on a salary, but you didn't know it.
Right.
Because, 1 week you'd make $500. The next week you almost made $1,100. So it was up and down, but at the end of the year, like, let me see, '73 and '74, they were pretty close, you know. And then I came back in '77, and my pay had gone up a little bit, but they were still close, 77, 78, you know. And then I think 89, or is it
79 probably. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
79, I think part way through there, I went down to the Carolinas, you know, and, you know, it just dropped off. It was a whole
different
Yeah,
wax.
yeah,
And you're
whole
like,
lot.
yeah,
I
I want to
wasn't-
stay up northeast. I
yeah,
think,
I
right?
wasn't included, you know. But it was just to get me out. Like Vince Sr. said, he said, when they stop asking for you, it's time to bring you back.